Good morning, everyone. Today we'll see about subroutines. What are subroutines and how we use in CNC programming. Okay. Next, after that, we'll see using M9899 writing pattern requirement for subroutines. Next, after that, what are canned cycle? What are the commands that we use in canned cycle? So, next canned cycle for lathe operation, how we use in lathe operation, how we use in turning operation, this canned cycle. Okay, these all things we will see today in class. So first, what is that subroutines? What do you mean by subroutines? The subroutines are also called as subprograms. It is also called as subprograms. Subroutines provides the capability of programming certain fixed or frequently repeated operations. Means repeated, going on repeating the same operations. That is called repeating operation. So what is that? A subroutine is also called as subprograms because the syntax of that is taken as the subroutine is identically to that of a main program. So syntax in the subroutine is identical of that of the main program. It is used when the part has repeated features. So when we use this one, when the features are repeated, when the features are repeated, the use of subroutines can significantly reduce the amount of programming on some parts. So we can reduce the significance in some part where there is going on repeating the same line, that we can reduce. They are called up when needed in the main program. The subroutine is called by letter, so it is denoted by letter L. So capital L is denoted for subroutine. Okay. Subroutines are stored in the memory under separate program number. So these are stored in separate program number. Subroutines provide the capability of programming certain fixed and frequently repetition operations. So this is about subroutines. So here the example of subroutine. See, the example of subroutine is main program. So I'm writing the main program. Suppose the main program I'm writing like this: N010. N010 is the block number. N indicates the block number. N010, N20, N30, N40, these are all block numbers. After that, L50 I give. L50 means call for subroutine number 40. So L50 means call the subroutine number 40. Before that number, before L50 I am writing, I will call the 40 number. That is calling of subroutine number 40. Okay. That is called L50. After the N40, I will write L50. That L50 indicates here calling for subroutine number 40. I am calling the number 40. That is the example of subroutine. Okay. It is also possible to call another subroutine from the subroutine. So another number also we can call like N40. L40 means suppose L40 I am calling, then the call per subroutine will be N30. So 30 I should call it. Before that number I should call it. That is, it is also possible to call the same subroutine number of time within the program. Within the program we can call the same 40 number twice also. So here, so that is the definition of subroutines. Okay, what is subroutines? It is a sequence of programming instruction. So it is the sequence of programming instruction that perform a specific task package as a unit. So it is a specific task in a sequence program instruction. It is a task packaged as a unit. This unit can be used in program. What program? Subroutine. Subroutines are also used to continuous like holes, patterns, or any action the repeated used in many locations. So repeated use, repeatedly we go on. Suppose if we want 4 holes, 5 holes, means we will repeating that statement, that line. Okay, that is called repetition. required used in many locations. Subroutines will contain only positional moves like feed rate, tool change, spindle speed, rotation, and other codes. So these all are routine, that is continuous pattern action. These all are like feed rate, tool change, spindle speed, rotation, and other codes. Example, a routine may be used to save a files or display the time. Okay, that is subroutine. So now we'll see using M98 and M99 pattern repetitive through subroutines. So what is this? Using M98 and M99 pattern repetitive through subroutines. So what this indicates? M98 and M99. So here what example it has given, some one example. See here, M98 means subprogram called, M99 means subprogram exist. So there will finish the program. So from program we are coming outside. Okay. And M98 means M98 means program of ABC, some letters, that is billet, x-axis, y-axis. Next G21, G98. 98 means subprogram called, we are calling. Next M06, M06 77, next M03, S110. Like that we are going on writing the statements for M98, M99. Okay. So using these M98, M99 pattern, suppose I am writing one program O1000 N100 means main program. N100 means I am writing main program. Now N30, N330 call subroutine. So I am calling the subroutine, that is M98 P200. P200, P means subroutine. N1000 M2 program stop. M2 means program start. Next O200 subroutine program start, N200. So like that we can go on writing the programs for a given diagram. Next M98 5200 means 98 means call the subroutine. I am calling the subroutine. P means program number. Okay. That is the using. So here see M0, M98, P00. Here it is written. So how we can change the subroutines numbers? So suppose one example I'm telling that N100 G24 means in the above G22 is statement defined as the start block of the subroutine. So this G24 indicate the start block and G24 marks the end of the subroutine statement. Okay. So this N10, N20, N30, all these are subroutine programs. Next G23, N18, Z01, XP, P1, P0 and YP1 program numbers. These all are XYR program numbers. In G23, start the program labeled as start the definition parameter. P0, P1 are the parameters of this program defined as the value of X and Y. G21 statement is used to call the subroutines. So G21 we are using the calling the subroutines and sign the value of parameters. Okay, that's how we'll write the program. So next we'll see what are the canned cycles. What is canned cycles? A canned cycle is the name given to set of instructions. So it is given to set the some instruction. What are they? They are pre-programmed and come along with the application software. They perform a fixed sequence of operations. They come in the action with a single command. They reduce the program time to length. So they are also known as fixed cycles. Okay, they are stored under G codes and M codes. So what is this canned cycles? See here, canned cycles means a canned cycle can be defined as a set of programmed instructions. So it is a set of programmed instruction execute by a single block, whatever the program we are executing, that is called Kand cycle. These instructions, single instruction means first line, whatever the instruction is given, that is a single block. These instructions represent a sequence of path transferred by a tool. So whatever we are giving the sequence, that is indicating the path traveling in a single rotation. Okay, Kand cycle can help to reduce the number of blocks. We can reduce the number of blocks by repeated lines. We can stop it in a parameter. The number of Kand cycles are predefined in a CNC machine tool. Kand cycles are particularly used for repetitive machining operations. So this we are using. Kand cycle is used for repetitive machining cycle, like G81 to G89 are used to define the Kand cycle. Okay, here it is given G81 to G89 are used for define Kand cycle. Next, G80 is used to cancel the Kand cycle. So G80 is used for cancelling the Kand cycle. Okay, G81 to 89 is used for defining the Kand cycle. So that is the Kand cycle. So what it indicates, a Kand cycle is a combination of machine movement. So it is the combination of machine movement that perform machining operations. So it is the combination of machine movement that perform machining operations like drilling, milling, boring and taping. Okay, combination of moving the machine operation and the this Kand cycle. So boring, drilling, taping, all this can be. This cycle is simplified like the program by using a single block with a G codes to specify the machining operation, usually specified in several blocks. So whichever written in several blocks, that we can specify in single block. This cycle is also called as fixed cycle. So Kand cycle is also called as fixed cycle. Next, Kand cycle for lathe operation also we can use. So how we can commonly available Kand cycle for operations are Kand cycle for turning, threading, Kand cycle for rough turning, cancelling, Kand cycle for finishing, turning, all those things we can use Kand cycle. Okay. In order to manufacture a component by machining materials is to be removed. So whatever the manufacturing components are there, machining materials is to be removed. All the materials cannot be removed in a single cut. So if we want to reduce in single block like that, all materials can't be removed. So for that purpose, the statement is going on repeating in some programs. Okay, so Kand cycle for turning, how we can write in turning, for getting required shape, it requires repetitive machining task. So for getting the shape, we going on repeating the task. Since the same steps being repeated every time, the part programming becomes lengthy and occupies large computer memory. So while going on writing the same statement, but program became very lengthy, and the storage also needs very much to store in the computer. In order to save the program time and computer memory, Kand cycles for turning are available in the control system. So to reduce this one, for writing lengthy programs and reducing memory in the computer, we are writing the cycles for turning are available in the control systems. Okay, so syntax, how we'll write syntax for Kand cycle for turning is, see here, So the syntax for Kand cycle, G98, G81, X30, Z100, F125, end of the blocks. Okay, G81 indicates the Kand cycle. That is the code for Kand cycle. X30 and Z minus 30. So from X direction it is moving to Y Z direction. So X30 to Z100. F120 means feed. I am giving 120. EOB means end of the block. Okay. Next, X minus 3.0. So X direction it is giving the depth of cut by 3 mm. Z it is moving the length of the work to be turned. That is Z. F feed rate in mm per minutes. That is the syntax for Kand cycle for turning operation. Okay. What is the syntax? G81, X minus 30, Z100. And feed rate I am giving 120, end of the block. Okay. Following example is next example, Kand cycle for turning is N01, G90, G71, G94, end of the block. Okay. So N01, here N03, G00, X30, Z means from N03 to block number N03, G00, X30, Y direction moving in X axis I am giving X30, Z is equal to 30, next end of the blocks. Like that the examples are written for this program. Okay. Next, Kand cycle for turning operation. How we can write an example for turning operation? Same way and for which we have written before. Okay, in this program, first what we bill of, suppose bill of the size is 50 into 30 mm. So how can we write N01, G71, G90, G94? These all are what is Kand cycle. G90, G94 it moves. So that is the Kand cycle. Next, end of the block. G71 indicates metric units. G90 means absolute method. I am writing. The program is written in absolute method. G94 means feed rate in giving in mm per revolution. Okay. So N02, F100, S1000. So this feed and speed I am giving. Feed I am giving 100, S I am giving 1000. So T01 means tool 1 I am taking. Next, end of the block. Okay. So this is how we can write the Kand cycle programs. Here what is given? N5, G81, X minus 2.00, Z minus 3. So where here G81 is the code of Kand cycle for turning. So G81 is the code for Kand cycle. X minus 2.00 denotes that the depth of cut is 2 mm. Z minus 30 denotes that the length to be machined 30 mm. So Z axis indicates the length of the tool. X indicates the depth of cut of the that object. Okay. So these are the things used in Kand cycle. So G71 means rough turning cycle, it takes place. G72 means facing cycle. G70 means finishing cycle. So what are Kand cycle? We have seen different how we write Kand cycle in turning operations and lathe operation. We have seen the programs how to write. So a Kand cycle is a combination of machine movement that perform the machining operation. So that is the combination of machining movement. Okay, Kand cycles are combination of machining movement. So for syntax is for writing the Kand cycle N03, G84, X18. So this is the syntax. X18 means that is the depth of cut. Z30 means length of the that material, how much the tool should move. Next, end of the block. Okay, G84 here indicates Kand cycle for thread cutting. X18 I am giving. So that is the thread cutting minimum diameter. Okay. So today what we have seen, what subroutines. So subroutines, what are subroutine? It is a subprogram. Okay, subroutines are subprograms performed a specific task. It has a specific task to package as a unit. This unit can be used in program. Okay, subroutines are used to counter host paths or any action that repeated. So these will be repeating going on continuous host. If suppose a 4 5 hosts needed in that job, so we'll write the same statement 5 times, reducing the distance only. In many locations, subroutines will contain only positional move like feed rate, uh, tool changes, spindle speed, rotations, all those things. So example for this is a routine may be used to save a files or a display of the time. So we can save the time by reducing this, writing the lengthy programs. Okay. So after that we have seen using M98 and M99 pattern repetition how to write the programs. Okay. Just 98, M98 and M99 how to write the programs, turning part. So what M98 indicates subprogram call. We are calling the program. M99 means subprogram exit. Getting out of that program exits. Okay. So these are about subroutines and count cycles. Okay. So we'll stop here. Next class we will continue. Thank you very much.